A zebra lay alone and afraid in a clearing. It was wounded, tired, and very weak. Just a few hours ago, it was fleeing for its life from a hungry crocodile. The zebra managed to escape, but it lost quite a bit of blood. Its wounds were deep, and the pain was excruciating. The zebra kept on walking, although it knew it probably wouldn't make it. However, when the zebra collapsed, it never thought that it would be saved by its greatest enemy. This is the incredible story of how a group of hyenas stood guard against a pride of lions to protect a zebra. When twilight fell over the savannah, the zebra had still not found a hiding place. Although the animal tried with all its might, it couldn't keep going. Now the zebra felt that death was getting closer and closer. Every last ounce of strength was leaving its body. As the last light faded from the sky, the zebra's heart began to slow down. Suddenly, it heard a loud crack. Two yellow eyes peeked out from behind a bush nearby. A lioness was watching the dying zebra, and her gaze showed that she was ready to strike. While the zebra was still alive, the female lion gave a powerful roar. She informed the rest of her pride that there was an easy meal nearby. The lions immediately came running. Soon, several pairs of glowing eyes watched the zebra closely. With each passing moment, the zebra became weaker and weaker. Finally, it could no longer get up. It laid on the ground without moving. The lions saw this and prepared to attack. However, suddenly, strange sounds broke the silence. Hysterical laughter echoed across the savannah. The hyenas were coming. They also smelled the zebra, and the scavengers were very hungry. The hyenas quickly surrounded the zebra, and the male even stepped on the zebra's back. The lions were now completely blocked off from the prey. All the cats could do was watch helplessly as the hyenas feasted. This was not uncommon. Hyenas are scavengers and will steal food from predators. So the lions were not surprised when the hyenas stole their dinner. But this night was different. The hyenas hadn't come to steal food, but to take over. When the hyenas surrounded the zebra, they started growling loudly. This caught the lions by surprise. The scavengers were outnumbered, yet they dared to fight back. The hyenas fought so bravely that even the lionesses couldn't join the fight. The lions got angry and started to attack the hyenas. The fight continued throughout the night. Growls, screams, and bites shook the entire savannah. Every time the lions got close to the zebra, the hyenas attacked them. Sometimes more than a dozen hyenas jumped on a single lion, and despite the fact that the scavengers were smaller, they fought so fiercely that the lions had to retreat. After a while, one of the lions approached the zebras lying on the ground. This lion was bigger than the others. It was the leader of this pride. The big cat looked at the hyenas for a moment. Then he let out a loud roar and threw himself at the scavengers. The hyenas split up to let the lion through. But as soon as it got close to the zebra, more hyenas attacked it. The lions weren't used to being driven away from their food, so they were shocked at what was happening. These cats had hunted zebras before, and they knew the prey would be delicious. However, the hyenas stood in their way, and it seemed like they were ready to fight to the death. The male lion wanted to find out why the hyenas were protecting the zebra, so he ordered the rest of the pride to keep the scavengers busy. Meanwhile, the lion sneaked up on the zebra and cautiously approached it. All the lions hoped to get a piece of meat, but the hyenas didn't allow this. The lion stood next to the zebra for a while, trying to figure out what the hyenas wanted. The predator even tried to grab the zebra, but the hyenas noticed it and immediately rushed to help. The hyena bit the lion's tail, and the cat had to retreat. The predator was stunned. It had never seen such courage in scavengers before. The lion was seriously considering giving up the hunt, but he decided to wait a little more. He sat down a few steps away from the zebra and waited for a chance to pounce. About half an hour passed like this. The lion patiently observed the hyenas. The cats did not understand what the scavengers were doing, but they clearly weren't planning to leave without a fight. It seemed to the lion that the hyenas wanted to share the zebra among themselves, but these hyenas were very smart. They knew that the zebra was very weak and would die soon anyway, so they chose the best pieces of meat and ate them right away. The other scavengers just watched. This made the lion very upset. It seemed to him that the hyenas were making fun of him. After some time, the male lion realized that he would never find out why the hyenas were protecting the zebra. So the proud hunter got up and left. Other lions followed after him. They all left except for one lioness. She sat down next to the zebra, hoping to eat it. But every time the cat got close to the animal, the hyenas attacked it. Even though the lioness was a female, she didn't want to give up. But even she understood that she wouldn't be able to defeat dozens of hyenas. So the lioness had to leave. At first, the cat wanted to stay close to the zebra, but then it disappeared into the darkness. There were no more predators around. The hyenas continued to circle the zebra, but they didn't touch it. When the sun finally rose above the horizon, the hyenas dispersed and returned to their daily activities. The zebra remained lying on the ground all this time. The animal was in a very bad condition, and it didn't even have the strength to get up. But when the hyenas retreated, the zebra managed to get on its feet. The zebra was badly hurt, but it was still alive. The scavengers had protected it all night, and it was hard for the zebra to understand why. The zebra was still bleeding, but the cuts were already healing. It took the zebra a lot of effort to get up, but the animal managed to stumble into the bushes. There, the zebra could hide from the predators and recover a bit. Perhaps it was the hyena's way of thanking the zebra for letting them feast. The zebra was lucky to survive that night. If the hyenas hadn't protected it, it would have been torn apart by a pride of lions. The zebra probably never would have guessed that its enemies could become its friends. But that's how things went. Perhaps the hyenas wanted to punish the lions for attacking the weak, or maybe the scavengers felt sorry for the zebra. In any case, the battle between the hyenas and the lions lasted all night. In the end, the hyenas won. And although the zebra wasn't directly involved in the battle, it was the reason for it. We don't know exactly why the hyenas became the zebra's protectors. Maybe the scavengers simply didn't want to give up their dinner, but there may have been another reason. The thing is, nature doesn't always follow logic. Animals often do unpredictable things that we can't explain. Sometimes they show emotions that seem strange to us, but for them are quite natural. This is how hyenas behave when they feel threatened by a common enemy. Even though these animals are fierce and ruthless, they unite if they face a more formidable opponent. Such unity gives the hyenas strength and helps them win battles that they would never have succeeded in alone. In addition, hyenas sometimes form alliances with animals they've never made friends with before. In the savannah, nothing is forever. Enemies can become allies, and that's what happened to the hyenas in this story. They were sworn enemies of the zebra and the lion. But that night, the hyenas forgot about their enmity and united to fight a common enemy. They successfully defended the zebra, and the lions suffered a crushing defeat. Friends, if you enjoyed this story, please like it and subscribe. See you later.